What is up, YouTube tool tubers of the world? My name is Brad. Welcome to the Workbench, and today we got the top 15 items under $10 that you can use a coupon like this for. As you can see, this one's good from February 28th till March 1st, and if you missed out and you can't use this one, they come out pretty much quarterly, so be on the lookout and let's take a look at what we got. So of course these are my personal choices, and I like to try to get as close to $10 as possible so I get my highest percentage, and we're going to start off with this 1 quart bottle of Ekko Rust. You know, if you need to get rust off of most metals, it doesn't work on everything. Like, it doesn't work as good on hardened steels. Stainless steel I don't think it really works on, but most steels it'll work just fine on. You'll get to restore a lot of tools. It's reusable, so you can use it multiple times, but you have to engulf the entire tool. Probably the only people I see complaining about it are people that try to spritz it on something, which you can use it that way, it just doesn't work as good, not like as advertised. And as we can see, according to the Harbor Freight website, 4.7 out of 5 stars. Not too shabby. My next item I keep in stock in my shop at all times, and that is these sandpaper rolls. Now they come in 3 grits, 80, 120, and 240. They're 2 3/4 inches, and you get 25 feet of them. That's a lot of sandpaper. It's nice to put them on a dowel. You just tear off a little piece as you need it. And when you're taking 30% off the price of it, they're just over $5 a piece. So you really can't beat that. However, I will admit this is not the best sandpaper in the world. I haven't found any excellent sandpaper at Harbor Freight. But at this price point, it's hard to beat. It's got the cloth backing, similar to an emery cloth, but not quite. And as you can see, it's aluminum oxide, which I prefer for most metals, and I usually use silicon carbide for wood. I don't know if there's any real science behind that. That's just kind of what I've figured out over the years. And according to Harbor Freight, most people are pretty satisfied with this item. Next up is another item I always keep in stock in my shop, and that is this quick setting epoxy. It's semi-clear. It's got a yellow tint like most 5-minute epoxies do. Not as bad as like the Loctite brand though. That stuff's really yellow. But I keep this in stock. I use it to fill cracks in wood, stick dissimilar materials together. I mean, it just does a ton of stuff. Of course, it's only going to have a 90-day warranty. I don't even know why I'm showing y'all that. But it's a pretty good product, and you get 6 ounces because it's 2 3-ounce tubes. Now, I know I'm going to get a little bit of shit for this next one, but the Doyle 10-inch pliers. Now, every time I talk about Doyle pliers, people say, oh, why don't you just go buy a channel lock? Well, can you take 30% off a channel lock? Because you sure can with these Doyle pliers. Now let me see those people tell me where you can find channel locks, a 10-inch pair of channel locks for $6.30. Now look, I'm all about American-made products. I'm all about the quality that Channel Lock brings to the table, but their quality has gone down over the years. Doyle is not too far behind them. I've been very happy with the ones I've had. And of course, like most items at Harbor Freight, they do have a lifetime warranty. So if they do end up being duds, because you do have hit and miss quality at Harbor Freight. Let's say you get a bad pair, bad heat treatment on the teeth or something, at least you can go exchange it for another pair. I haven't had any problems out of mine. Now the fact that they say 4.8 out of 5 stars and no bad reviews at all, that's a little fishy, Harbor Freight. Come on now. Next up, we have the socket tray organizer. It's a 3-piece set. They come in metric and standard in 2 different sets, of course. 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2-inch drive. You put your shallows up front, your deeps in the back. I've got these. We've even got them at work. They're not the best quality plastic in the world by far. So with a 30% off coupon, you're only going to pay $7 for the whole 3-piece set. And these do have a lifetime warranty. The only time I've really heard of people breaking them is when they're talking about trying to take the whole set out to the car with them. They're not meant for that. These are meant to sit in your toolbox, keep your sockets in there, you pick the socket you need and you move on. But if you do break them, take them on back and exchange them with the lifetime. Who is that sexy bastard right there? And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is where MD Lee's been. He no longer uploads to YouTube. He uploads to Harbor Freight. Alright, moving on, we have the 15-inch canvas riggers bag. Now this is by far one of my favorite tool bags. I use this at the plant. I use this back in the oil field now that I'm done testing out the Ulsa Tools backpack. I went back to something like this. It's only $10. So that means $7 with a 30% off coupon. Now, although this is one of my favorites, that's not going to make it right for everybody. In my line of work, when I was at the plant, I had a little bike I rode around, and it had a toolbox in the back. So the bag just stayed back there and kept my stuff organized. Here in the oil field, 80% of the time my bag stays in the truck, and I grab what I need out of it. But for 24 pockets, you get the little ones on the outside for screwdrivers, the big ones for pliers, and then you get a big center section for whatever crap you need to throw in there. Now, it is very flimsy, of course. I mean, it's made out of canvas, for God's sakes. I don't know what people expect. It doesn't have a rubber bottom, so you can't go sit in it in water. But for certain people that do jobs like I do, where the organization and the multiple pockets beats out, needing the toughest bag in the world, it's a damn good bag to have. I've enjoyed using it a lot. Coming up next is one of my absolute favorites from Harbor Freight, and that is their dead blow hammers. Now, I think, honestly, this might be one of the best tools Harbor Freight makes, in my opinion. They're affordable, they have a lifetime warranty, and as you can see, they have a variety of sizes. I think the 3 and 4 are too expensive, but this 2.5 pound comes in under $10. So at $8.99, you'll end up spending $6.30 once you spend your 30% off coupon on there. So I do have a 3-pound dead blow hammer at home. I've had it there for like 3 or 4 years, and it's still holding up great. Now, in the professional environment, out here in the oil field at the plant, I have seen the faces of the hammer chip off. They wear out. Pieces peel off. You hit something sharp, they get worn out quicker. But the beautiful thing about it is they do have a lifetime warranty. And the times I have taken ones from work into exchange, no problems at all. They trade them right out. They say, go on back there, grab you a new one. And one thing I did forget to mention is these are non-sparking and non-marring. That comes in real handy. I mean, it's much better than a rubber mallet. You don't have that bounce back. You can really get a solid blow with one of these dead blow hammers. And as you can see, a lot of people that have come and bought them, according to Harbor Freight, are satisfied. My next favorite is the assorted set of angle grinder discs. Now, this comes with 3 flap discs, 2 of the hardcore old school grinding discs, and 5 cutting wheels. Now, the Harbor Freight flap discs are not the greatest. If I have to tell you where to go to buy them, I would say go to Northern Tool, because the clutch ones are much better. But at $7, you're basically buying cutting wheels, the regular grinding disc, and getting some flap discs for free. Now, here's something that really threw me off, because I came searching the website for wood chisels, because I think their wooden handled 6-piece set of wood chisels was a great set. I've got it. A lot of professionals actually use that set. They take a bit of setup, but you can't find them anymore, and this is the set I'm talking about. However, I have seen them in stores still, but they're no longer on the Harbor Freight website, which means their days are numbered. So I would not suggest these, but I would definitely suggest, if you can find the old wooden handled sets, go ahead, pick one up, because we don't know how much longer they're going to be in stock. I'm sure once they sell out of them all, they're not going to be offered at all. Now, here's one of my other favorite items at Harbor Freight, and that is a sanding belt cleaner. This thing will make your sandpaper last so much longer, especially for woodworking. Some types of metal it'll work on, but when your sandpaper clogs up, if you just rub this on your belt while it's running, it cleans it right off. And at right around $6, this will probably be the best $6 you ever spend in your shop, because it is going to save you a ton of money, because you won't be throwing out sandpaper before it really needs to be thrown out. Of course, it is a consumable item, so it only has a 90-day warranty, but if you don't think it works, take it back and get your money back if you're within that 90-day period. But as you can see, a lot of people sure do like this product as well. So these Bremen locking pliers, aka vice grips, are just leaps and bounds way better than the Pittsburgh ones. You can still buy the Pittsburgh ones if you want to. I wouldn't suggest it, because at 30% off, you're only going to end up spending like $5.60 for a pair of 10-inch vice grips. That is not a bad deal at all. Now, I have not brought these out into the field with me. I should, because we do use vice grips quite a bit, but for at home, they have performed flawlessly. I've rounded off bolts. I've clamped them on there as tight as I could to get rounded off bolts off. I've done anything you would do at home with them, and they've performed great. The teeth have held up, and if the teeth do wear out because they're not hardened right or something like that, it is a lifetime warranty. As you can see, a lot of people are also liking the Bremen We're just going to call them vice grips, goddamn. A fairly new item is the US General wire pliers rack. And this is, I don't have this exact one, but it's similar to what I do have that I got off of Amazon. The only thing I'm unsure about this rack is mine, from left to right, the slots are bigger on the right, and then they get gradually smaller to allow for different plier sizes. I'd check to see if this one is actually like that or not, but at $7, it's a hell of a deal and a very affordable way to keep your pliers organized. Now you can see the dimensions there, 14 by 5.25 by 2.37. So it's going to have to go in your taller drawer, your big drawer, and it does have a lifetime warranty, surprisingly. I'm not sure how it would break sitting in your toolbox, but if it does, take it on back there and get you a new one. As you can see, this is a newer item, but a lot of people are liking it so far. In fact, it doesn't even have a single bad review on this product. And now let's move over to the Doyle Demolition Screwdriver Set. Now I think every brand of tool puts out their own demolition screwdriver set, and I'm fairly certain they're all made by the same factory. They just changed the handle around, a few different features. But these have been proven by other people, not me, to be pretty damn good quality. And you see the Phillips and the flathead signs on the back, they're not just marked on there that it's going to wear off, it's actually kind of stamped in there. And I guess if you need to cut some sheet metal with a flathead screwdriver, this is the one to go to. Why you would do that, I don't know. But at $8.99 you can go and pick them up for $6.30. I don't think you can go wrong there. Now I have seen on other channels that the striking cap is literally a cap that goes over the shaft, but it should still work pretty close to the same. And if it doesn't, well, guess what? This one's got a lifetime warranty too. You beat them up too bad, take them back in, swap them out. Now I have a pair of Stanley ones I've been very happy with, but these would be a close competitor in what I paid for my Stanleys. And again, they're a newer item, but no bad reviews according to the Harper Freight website, of course. Now here's a tool I'm very fond of. In fact, it was my favorite nut driver at the plant. This is a telescoping socket driver, 1/4 inch drive on one end. I think it extends up to like 13 inches, and the back cap, although you can't see it in that picture, actually is 1/4 inch drive too, so you can use it as an extension on a ratchet. $9, so you're gonna end up paying $6.30. And if you do decide to go back and watch my industrial electrician's tool bag tour, which I don't blame you if you don't, because it's one of my older videos, it's pretty raw. But you'll see that I doubled up my sockets to where I had standard on one side, metric on the other on a single socket rail. I threw that in my bag. I had this tool here, and you had every kind of nut driver you would ever need and extendable ones. The only downfall is they didn't have the hollow shaft. It is a lifetime warranty, as you can see there. And as you can see, a lot of people agree with me. 100% say they would recommend this item, and I definitely do. Not a single bad review, and this is not a new item. This has been at Harbor Freight. I've had mine for at least 2 years. So go check it out, see what you think of it. Now we have the 100-piece security bit set with case, of course. And if you don't have a security bit set at home, you might as well pick this up. It's going to end up running you $7, and look at the amount of bits you get. When you run into that one screw once a year that you need one of these drivers for, you're going to be glad you went ahead and spent the $7 to pick this set up. It's got the little tri-lobes, it's got the little forky things. I don't even know the names of half of these bits. They're weird. You don't come across them very often, but when you do, it will piss you off so bad if you don't have a set like this. Now, especially since I don't know what all these bits are called, I'm just going to show you. I'm not going to hang on this page for too long, but pause it if you're looking for a specific bit that you might need. See if it's in this set. The only downfall of this set that I've seen is that it is not lifetime warranty, and the bits, some people have complained that they break. Now, I haven't ran into that issue because I've only used them maybe one time in the 2 years I've had the set. 95% of people seem to like it. It's $7. I think it's worth having around. Now, just in case you forgot to get a screenshot at the beginning of the video, here's the coupon again. This one's good from the 28th to the 1st. Check Harbor Freight coupon database if it's after the 1st. See when the next one comes up, or if you catch one in a magazine. But until next time, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right there, and I'll holler at y'all next time. Peace!
Ain't nobody ever show me love when I was coming up. I had a double up and tell these niggas fucking love before they ride. And they don't really want a nigga up. I hit him with the uppercut. I had these motherfuckers running for their lives.